Well, Skip, you've already got the baseball pants on. You're already ready to go, so it seems like an obvious question, but how excited are you that fall ball is here?
Well, I think after a month of individual workouts, I think the only people more excited than the coaches are the players, and that's a long month when you're coming out 2 players at a time, 4 players at a time the last week, and trying to work out 3 times a day with your position coaches in addition to the weight room 4 days a week and conditioning 3 days a week. We finally get on the field and have total baseball activity, so it's an exciting day.
One of the reasons fall ball moved up a little bit, originally going to start in October, you have an exciting opportunity coming up in the Dominican Republic. First of all, how did that opportunity develop?
Well, it's been something, that Tim, our new associate AD for leadership, has been trying to get our college teams more involved in the community service area and making a foreign tour. And he actually brought it up to me the first year that he was on staff about 18 months ago. And I took a high school team to the Dominican Republic this summer, and it was an amazing experience. I mean, 80% of the kids quit school by the 4th grade there. The average income of a home is under $10,000, and the passion for baseball is off the charts, and you can see why. It's the only opportunity you have to get off the island, and literally you just see pastures and kids playing baseball in the pastures with the Viscones that are the trainers that don't get any remuneration back until a player signs his pro contract, and then he gets 35% of the signing bonus the Viscones get. So it's a really unique baseball country, unlike any other place in the world. And one of the things that we've tied into the trip is we're going to have our players heavily involved in community service, in addition to playing the Royals, in addition to playing the Indians Dominican Academy teams. I want them to be able to see, the poverty that's in the country, the passion for baseball, and how fortunate we are to live in America and to play at KU with the resources our players have. And it's a chance for our players to give back.
Should be a great opportunity. And looking at this year's team, you return 6 starters, your weekend rotation as well. How excited are you to have a lot of parts coming back to this year's team from last year's squad?
Well, it'll be a completely different season. We have 13 freshmen on the roster a year ago, and it's at a lot of the different points of the season. We were playing 5 of those freshmen as position guys, and we were pitching 2 impact guys in our first 5 guys in Kahana and Benjamin. And it actually took us about a month longer to gel than I thought it would a year ago. But by the time we got to May and into the Big 12 tournament, we were playing at a really high level, and it was evident by beating Texas A&M and beating Texas both in the Big 12 tournament. And our players have gone out. They've continued that development process in the summer, and every single player in our program had a quality summer. So we're hoping to build off that and get back in the NCAA tournament. That certainly was the goal a year ago.
And as far as the new coming class goes, how do you expect them to contribute this season?
Well, I think the thing we're most excited about, for the first time in 4 years, we didn't lose anybody in the professional draft. All 3 players that were drafted with the new rules that are in place where you can't get more than a $100,000 signing bonus after round 10, all 3 freshmen are on campus. They've all been very impressive in their workouts, and I think you combine that incoming class with the group of guys that are sophomores now, and arguably it might be our 2 best classes back-to-back since we've been here. So now we got to go prove it. And we got to go out there and we got to grind and we got to work every day and compete and take that step from high school to Division I, because there's a huge difference between high school and Division I. Then you magnify that by playing in a BCS conference. It's an unbelievable step.